Uncle Joe, real quick, funny stuff. This website is not his campaign because Joe Biden hasn't announced yet.
Yeah, and he may not.
He's in polls. He's being talked about as a contender. He makes just as much news as Bernie, but he's not even fucking running for office because, that's our media. But there is a website at joebiden.info, I believe, is up, and you can read all about Joe and his hands-on approach to everything. It's really great. They've got running GIFs of all of his famous hands-on moments, right?
Oh, that's good.
But my favorite, they don't have it in here. I mean, I promise you the president has a big stick, but they should have his latest quote from The Hill, which I posted, where Joe basically says, "I am not sorry for anything I've ever done." Quotes.
Yeah.
I mean, because gaffes don't matter and the past is irrelevant in the United States of America.
Yeah.
Whatever we've done in the past is completely fucking irrelevant if we're rich and white. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say.
There's an article in the New York Times today about Joe that it's saying that he's been delaying to avoid all the front runner stuff, but now something has come up, and he just didn't have a strong campaign put enough together to be able to deal with it. And he's put out videos, but then he goes on and makes jokes about his handsiness and touches a kid and a woman on stage.
Yeah.
It's like, can't you just not touch somebody?
It's pretty bad.
Don't.
Jilly Love, you keep talking about that video, but I don't know which one it is. We don't have it. Biden creeping on Biden, although that would be great. I think
that was the one that Trump retweeted of Joe Biden talking in one of his videos, and then an image of him coming up behind and putting his arms around him and nuzzling his.
Putting his arms. I like the meme where they took him, whoever that poor girl is out. They put Hillary in there.
Yeah.
And the quote is, "And that's just the first knuckle." I thought that was,
Well, honestly, I cannot wait to come over and sniff all you guys' hair.
Yes.
It's American custom with politicians. We welcome that, Marcus. Please do.
Yeah, it's a new thing, Maybe it comes over to Europe, that we're not shaking hands anymore, but sniffing our hair.
Mm-hmm. My favorite comment on social about this so far, in terms of it being normalized, is that, well, you don't see him doing it to guys, do you?
Right.
How many dudes does he walk up behind and go, "Hey"? I'm
just feeling affectionate today.
Right.
Love you, man.
How many dudes would turn around and punch him in the fucking face immediately? It's
Well, and the point that I like too is that and I've been thinking about it, and then I saw somebody tweet the exact thing. It's like, it's just not professional. It's like, I don't care whether you're an affectionate guy who likes to hug and touch people. You don't do it in a ceremonial, in a ceremony, like a pledging ceremony. All these pictures are of him in swearing in ceremonies, seems to be a lot of them, because that's where you get the families come into battle and shit. And it's like that's the most professional situation you can be in. You're representing the company as the vice the company country.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's just not professional. You can't explain that away to me. I was imagining if my boss, the guy who owns my company, if he ever came up behind me and did that, it would just
in 1950 it would
be blown. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know.